Alright, greetings all. Shardvixen here. Gonna do some... Gonna talk about comic books. We're gonna talk about comic books. So, I don't collect comic books anymore. I like to read them though. And I will periodically read my comic books. If I get the urge to. A lot of times though, what I'll do is I will also go to Barnes and Nobles and get a drink sometimes not, and just sit and look at read one or two of the things. They don't like that. Dalton Books was the same way. They did not like that you would stop and read books. But that being said, if my daughter had a bookstore, we were going to make it so that we would encourage you to read books. You could come in and sit and just spend the day reading a book if you wanted. We were going to make like reading room areas and have reading parties and things like that. And that may still happen. She really would like to open her own business. She keeps talking about it, trying to get there. So, last graphic novel I talked about was The Return of Wolverine. And the only reason I'm bringing it up again is because this is The Death of Wolverine. I have not shared this one yet. I will, but not right now. It's in the middle of, so my grandson, he picked out The Hunt for Wolverine, which is a graphic novel that spans the time to, it's after this, and then ends with this. So it really goes like this. You read Death of Wolverine, you then would, it's a whole bunch of them. This is not one big book. It's a whole bunch of books that are, that's usually how they do these. Let me get my glasses. So this spans, Collecting a Hunt for Wolverine, number 1, Hunt for Wolverine, Weapon Lost, 1 through 4, Hunt for Wolverine, Adamantium Agenda, 1 through 4, Hunt for Wolverine, Claws of a Killer, 1 through 4, Hunt for Wolverine, Mystery and Maripore, 1 to 4, and Hunt for Wolverine, Dead Ends. And it ends where this one literally begins. So remember I talked about Persona and everything? I got something on my glasses. Sorry, yucky. I don't know what's on my glasses. Anyway, so this was where Persona, right? Remember, she stages this whole thing because she wants Wolverine to kill for her. And she had set him up to do that. This book here visits that event, the setup to that event. So Wolverine dies in The Death of Wolverine. This is kind of a spoiler because I haven't talked about this one yet. I didn't dislike this. I just didn't like the idea they killed him off. I knew they'd bring him back, but still it was like, why? Why did we have to go there? And this isn't the first time they've killed Wolverine. They've killed him a couple of times and then brought him back. So it's not like it's a new thing. But, so the art again, this, because it spans, Secret and Lies, because it expands Hunt for Wolverine 1, Secret and Lies, Hunter's Pride, which is about Kitty Pryde, Weapon and Lost, and Adamantium Agenda, Claws of a Killer, and Mystery and Maripo, and Dead Ends. And because of that, they're all written and done. Now this one, Weapons Lost 1 and 4, and Dead End are both written by the same person. The rest are all written by different people. And then the artists they're all different artists. So you get to experience different art as well, which is pretty cool. So I like this picture here. I have a poster. It's kind of like this picture. Right, where you have all the different characters in it. I had a big giant one of it. So this is the hunt for, and it says Wolverine died, entombed in molten adium. So that's the end of this one. Spoilers. We will talk about this one another day, but I just haven't sat down and reread it. The X-Men took his metal-encased body and hid it away, keeping its location secret. But nothing stays buried. It's only a matter of time. And so first you have one of the Wolverine's nemesis. It's not a very good nemesis, but Pierce, who becomes a cyborg so he can fight Wolverine. Art's nice, you know. Pierce and the cyborgs are kind of a silly, weird side note. They're from the 80s storyline, so but I kind of like this whole thing here, this story here, where they show Pride as being the like I said, I haven't read the newer comic books, and I don't know when these came out, so let's see if we can see what year they came out. It tells me this particular book, so first printing of this was 2018, but I don't know, so we're gonna have to look it up, because you know how I am. Hey, T-minus mom, thanks for stopping by. I'm not sure comic books are your thing, but thanks for always being here and supporting. It's pretty cool. Yeah, because, well, so it is a really cool story. But I want to look up when these were actually published. Okay, so we're going to do Hunt for Wolverine. It's past the time that I would have been. Okay, so this is the book. This came out in 2018. The other stories would have been different. So they'd probably been a little earlier. Because it went clear across it probably was 1 year, because they went across, because it's 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Let's see when Weapon Loss came out. Hunt for Wolverine Weapon Loss was a 2018 Marvel Comic Limited series. Okay, part of the larger Hunt for Wolverine event. So the event, which spanned across a whole bunch of different types of comic books, little limited series comic books, is this one. That's what it was called. The series was called The Hunt for Wolverine. Weapon Lost is a part of it. So the whole thing was published in 2018. It says focuses on a gritty detective-style investigation left by Daredevil, Misty Knight, Cypher, Frank McGee, and Kitty Pryde as they track down the presumed dead Wolverine. Now, I feel like, and I don't know if it's true, but I feel like it's not the reality of this, of the normal Wolverine, the normal Marvel comic books, but it could be. We could look. Because that's one of the things comic books you have to remember. So what I asked was part of the timeline. It says, oh, a question of the continuing... AI cracks me up. Oh, the question of the continuing in the expensive, complex tapestry that is the world of X-Men and Marvel Comics is a fascinating one, riddled with alternative realities, shifting timelines, and occasional. So it says, the Hunt for Wolverine is absolutely part of the main Marvel Comics timeline, known in the official circles as Earth 616 timeline. I can't say that word. Continuity. This particular story arc is a vital piece of the puzzle regarding one of the most significant character events in the recent memory, the return of the original James Logan Howlett after a multi-year absence following his demise in 2014 miniseries Death of Wolverine. So 4 years later, they decide they're going to bring back Wolverine. So this one, he dies in 2014. This was published 2014. This is published in 2018. I don't know what the time span is between them. It says a direct follow-up to a canon event. The entire Hunt for Wolverine narrative arc, which unfolded in 2018, was specifically designed as a direct follow-up to the Death of Wolverine storyline, an event that was firmly established as canon in the primary 616 universe. And when I talk about the 616 universe, or when they do, it's because there's been so many what-ifs and shifts and things that occurred that they didn't like in the comic books, so they go back and rewrite history. And then that would be an alternative timeline. So it says, for years the main continuity was missing its iconic Wolverine and his mantle primarily taken up by its female clone Laura Kinney, X-23, while an alternative reality version, Old Man Logan, was present in the main timeline after the events of Secret Wars 2015. The second or third one, because the original Secret Wars came out in the 80s. A Bridge to Return. This storyline acts as the crucial bridge detailing the mystery surrounding how Wolverine's adamantium encased body disappeared and the subsequent efforts of various superheroes, including the X-Men, Iron Man, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Spider-Man, to locate him. The ultimate goal of the arc was to facilitate the permanent and canonical return of the original Wolverine to the main Marvel Universe continuing, which climated in the subsequent Return of Wolverine storyline, which is this one. Okay. Impact on the main universe. The events of the hunt for Wolverine has lasting implication for several characters and the aspects of the main 616. The search led to encounters with Mr. Sinister, revealed the existence of a black market for superpowered DNA, a plot point that tied into the ongoing narratives across different character titles. It was not a what-if story or an isolated tale. It was integral to moving the overarching narrative forward for the X-Men line and the wider Marvel landscape. So it says it's important to note that comics continuity, Earth 616 is a very different beast from the X-Men films. We already knew that, which is notoriously complex and often subject to retcons and time limit resets, especially following the events like X-Men Days of Future Past, the recent Deadpool and Wolverine film. The user query about the hunt for Wolverine almost certainly refers to the comic book storyline, given the detailed nature. This is the AI on Google. The films have their own separate, which I already knew. So, it's kind of weird things. So, but I just wanted to know if the hunt for Wolverine was... You like the art for Hunt for Wolverine? Yeah. If that was a thing that was part of the main storyline, because here they have a lot of things they introduced that I didn't know nothing about. Like Kitty Pryde is in charge of the X-Men, one section of the X-Men. So, and that Jean Grey is back as the Phoenix, which is another, she's always back at some point in time. And that the fact that Wolverine is not in his body. He was not in his encased thing, which again is going to move us towards this storyline we talked about 2 weeks ago, in which Persona brings Wolverine back. So, and it shows why he's not in his body, because Kitty Pryde pulls him out of his body. They leave that there to to kind of be bait for people, and then they bury him someplace else. And then this is Jubilee. So in the presence of burying him someplace else, somebody else found him. They buried him in Canada. And then we meet, as I told you about, we meet Albert. He shows up. In this, you have Iron Man, because Kitty Pryde goes to Iron Man and tells him that they think somebody has stolen Wolverine's body. Sorry. And she also hires the help of Daredevil. Now, Daredevil and Wolverine have many times... Can't keep a good guy down, Wolverine, that is. Yeah. He'd argue with you. 3 different multiverses? There are more than that. Have you ever watched... Have you watched Vision and... Well... Have you watched Doctor Strange movies? They talk about the multiverse. There are endless multiverses. The comic book that's best for that, and I will pull it out in a couple of weeks or whatever we'll talk about, is Exiles. Exiles shows you the multiple verses, because Blink dies in the main one. So the main timeline, which is 616, that's how people reference them, is by numbers. So 616 is the main universe. And Blink dies in that. She dies very early, like in the 80s or early 90s. And then people loved her character so much. They kept saying, we want her to come back, we want her to come back. But they just didn't want to bring her back there. So then when they did a limited series, but it's part of the main storyline with the Apocalypse story, Blink is alive, but that's considered an alternative timeline because Legion kills Xavier. So they're in a different timeline now because of that. And but Blink's alive, and people just love Blink. They just wanted her more and more of her. So they created her own comic book in which she skips through the multiverse. She's like a multiverse police, I guess, and she has to go, and it's kind of what the Loki story was based on in Disney. Was her story, because she goes bouncing around through the multiverse. But then, so Daredevil, Lady Deathstrike, who also morphed herself so she could fight him. Here's Jean Grey. But you meet Jean Grey, and then you... So in this case, the first set team was Daredevil, Frank McGee, who's an Inhuman, and Misty Knight, who was part of that story. You meet her a little bit in Luke Cage in Disney, and you meet her, they talk about her a little bit in Jessica Jones' storyline. Can't remember what they're part of, but they're detectives. They don't count themselves as superheroes. Hey, Feely, we're just talking about comic books here. So, he gets them to come help him. And then it says, this is kind of what's funny, it says, Daredevil's talking to Frank McGee, who's an Inhuman. I don't know a lot of the Inhumans, because when I read the Inhumans, it was a long time ago. And it says, well, as far as I know, he says a missing mutant. And it says, maybe you forgot, the Inhuman were at war with the mutants not so far back, supposed to be all nicey nice now, but you know, just because peace got declared doesn't mean we're ever gonna like each other. Grudges have their own lifespan. Ask me how I feel about the Red Sox, and they didn't even try to murder a bunch of people I like. Well, as far as I know, wouldn't put it past those creeps. Why would I care about some missing mutant? Because it's Wolverine. Yeah, which one? And then he goes, the old one, Old Man Logan. The lady, that's X-23. I don't know who he's talking about as the blonde kid. I don't know who that is, because I don't read the comics.
That's
and
Razor.
then, huh?
That's Razor.
Razor? The blonde one? Because then he has his son, who's not blonde.
Razor is the son with Mystique. There's Wolverine's son with Mystique.
Oh, okay. So he said it was the son of Wolverine and Mystique. And then there's the android, which is Albert. And then he says, no, the first one, the original. But we also will meet his son from another, earlier on in Japan. He ends up having a love affair for a little bit and produces a mutant.
Dakin.
Yeah.
Dakin. Yeah.
Yeah, a mutant child. And then X-23 is a whole different thing. And then we meet Misty Knight, and her and Frank seem to have a thing for a little while, but it kind of moves on. But they go through, and they kind of make it like a dark detective-style story with them hunting down information about... Wolverine. And then right here it says Logan's everywhere. So they meet up with Cypher. Now Cypher, see, I'm confused too, because Cypher was dead a long time ago, and him and Warlock came back to life, of course. But then it says here he gets addicted to being on the internet, and they have to talk about that whole thing because he talks the code of computers. And then they use him to find Wolverine, and he's all, Logan's everywhere. Wolverine Logan reported global sightings past 60 days. And he shows how people are, like, talking about him, you know, like he's a superstar. That's what they are. But, so then they go to Canada, and they meet up with where Wolverine's killing people there. And so they just start to find out that Wolverine's just like mass killing people. Like they're like, oh, what's going on about that? Then we have a story here. See, here's Weapon Lost. And then we go to another comic, another part of the series here. And we are with Iron Man. Can't remember. X-23. That's a cool picture. Spider-Man. It's Luke Cage, his wife Jessica Jones, Spider-Man, and Iron Man. And then they meet up with X-23, who is doing something else on her own. See, there she is. She's dressed as she is in X Factor. And Mr. Sinister. So that's another whole story. And it talks about how they had done a thing together. Logan, Luke Cage, Jessica, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. And he made Iron Man promise not to ever keep his body. And they end up on this boat with X-23. They find out that Sinister has every mutant DNA. So there's this temptation for Tony Stark to want to copy it so that he'd have every single person's DNA. I wouldn't have been surprised, though, later on if they found out. He said he didn't keep it, but I wouldn't be surprised later on if you found out that he did actually keep it. It just seems more like a Tony Stark kind of thing. And then that's that series. And then in this one, it's Sabretooth, Lady Deathstrike, and Darkin, which is his son. But then we play into Persona, in which he shows up here. All of them show up here because Persona kills them all. And so, but you run through the zombies. It's a zombie story. See, here he is. And they eat him and kill him, and Sabretooth runs away, like right here. So right here it says, and I'm jumping around a lot because I do that. So it's like, Graydon, so Sabretooth sees his son, and then he's like trying to talk to him, but he's a zombie. And then then Dakin is like, Sabretooth, get the fuck over here. Huh? And then he's like, shit. I'm just putting in what the little captions for cursing means. And it says, looks like, and he's like, I can't believe I'm gonna fucking die here. I hear you, son. Creeping up, get an eyeful, because I got a question for you. And then it's all like, hell, what the hell are you doing here? And these people have been keep saying the same thing. Clean sweep and T-minus 10 minutes. Like, they never talk to him. So, and there's a picture of them. That's Lady Deathstrike, Dankin, and Sabretooth. And they made Sabretooth look more like he was in the movies. And then you have, they each meet their nemesis, which is like her father shows up. Then everybody's like dead. They act like zombies. And it says, so like Sabretooth, it says, don't want to hear it. We need to. Wolverine was never here. If this was a game, Stubbs, be glad it took your hand and not mine. If it had taken mine, you'd be dead too. As it is, because she had chaff up her iron. I couldn't have. You just stay out of my way now. The only way we survive this is, fuck that. What are you doing? I'm going to bust the crap out of this thing, and then I'm going to walk away from you in this fucking town and never look back. Whoever built this isn't stupid. It'll go off. Stop talking. You'll kill us both. We're already dead. Better blown to dust than become what your father is, or what they made my son. Your son? And then she says, do it. Nice knowing you, Strikes, and fuck you for bringing me here. Now. And then they blow the complex up. And everybody shows up. Donkin says experiment failed, new reset required. They grab him. And then Sabretooth is like, let's get the fuck out of here. Hey, that's my card. Hey, damn it. Have to get you a new hand for those from those pirate toy Reaver friends of yours. And says, shut up and drive. And then they show him taking him away. And that's the persona thing. And then this is Psylocke. And so then we see the second team of X-Men. It's all women. It's Storm, Rogue, Psylocke, Domino, and Jubilee. And then you get, it's just classic X-Men in this story here. They show up. And there's this whole thing in the late 80s, I think, where in Australia, they're supposed to be dead. The X-Men are supposed to be dead. And to cheer Jubilee up, because that's how they find her, they, or that's where she ends up, is in Australia with them. They all dress up and go shopping. Actually, I think it's before they got dumped. Why she have Elektra's size? Which one are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about one of the X-females here? I don't think she does. I think that Psylocke tends to use her mind knives, and she'll use two. This is right here. That's Psylocke, and her and Wolverine fighting, and that's his claws. I didn't see what you were talking about. They meet Hydra though, and they get Viper. They deal with Viper. I don't see Elektra's. Daredevil talks about Elektra. He doesn't bring her, but he talks about her. This is Psylocke and Wolverine fighting. These are just... Oh, that's because she's a ninja. She has swords like that. You're talking about this one. Yeah. It's just because she's a ninja. She has stuff like that. But then they fight these other bad women. And it becomes this just weird blown out thing. And each person talks. This is Kitty Pryde talking about how Wolverine saved her when she went to Japan, where she got kidnapped by an enemy of Wolverine's, and then he brainwashes her and teaches her how to be a ninja. And so they just talk about things. I don't like this artwork as much, but you know, it's still pretty. So it was a pretty good read. I read it in one night. It shows how they went back. The Psylocke becomes Betsy, which that's the second time around I've seen that happen. You know. But it's it's kind of a fun, cute read. And it does set you up to understand what's going on here. Because here they show you Peru and where he shows up. He left Peru. But here's where there's a part where he says... He fights, and she says, welcome back, we've missed you. And he's drinking a beer, and he's, here, keep that cold for me, will you? And then he's, hey there, bud. Ain't we a hell of a pair? And then he's in, please remain behind the barricades at a distance for your own safety. Another terrorist attack. The Guardians reporting that Spider-Man was how awful. Again, please, for your own safety, please mind the barricades. A national disgrace. What is this world coming to? Threw the man right through the face of Big Ben. Hey, you need to get by here, mate? Nah, I'm good. Ain't time yet. And then he goes to Peru. And so then we don't really... So we see where here... Aura and Eden show up here, and he says, I'm ready, Eden. Gotta make a few stops along the way, because they're teleporting. And then he walks by, and he saw, like, familiar scent. Because they think he's been brainwashed, is what's happened. Remember in Persona, we find out that she brainwashed him. And it says, hey, bub, hoping to catch up with a friend of mine, tall, beefy, blonde guy. You seen him around? And he's replaying his memories. Sorry, friend. Can't say I've had nobody like that come in. No great surprise. Rogers is always... Oh, no, he's talking about Captain America. Rogers is always getting himself waylaid. I just have to meet up with him some other time. And Captain America's always looking for Wolverine too. And then here it says, the fool came here looking for a fight. We've got Hulk. This is what he got. From now on, this is what everyone will get if they cross the Hulk. Enemies of the Hulk. You know who you are. I'm coming for you. Every last one. Kid's fooling himself. He's losing it. No way this ends well. So he's talking about Hulk. Because he's fought Hulk. And then he shows up here looking for Tony. And he says, see you soon, Tony. And then we're back over here where he meets up with Hydro Man. And they fight. And then he comes here looking for Jane Foster. Because he's remembering his walk through. And then here it says no mutants. It says, see, it says no mutants up there. And he says, get up, bud. Don't want to get trampled by the Sentinel, do you? Thank you, sir. This is chaos. It is the fault of the mutants. They're going to be the death of humanity. You should run, too. These streets are no longer safe. Yeah, you're probably right, bub. Got better things to do anyway. And then that's where you go back to the return of. With them trying to figure out why he showed up here. The other graphic novel I wanted to share with you is I have the first of these. This is the complete collection of X-23. So if you are interested in the young lady that's in the movie Old Man Logan, that's her. We will talk about this one next week, maybe. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about these because they were library books and I have to take them back. I love, this one is all New Wolverine Four Sisters, but I like this story. Again, this is over a period. I didn't like some of the older stuff. I like this picture here. But I liked... What's up, Hex? I don't got nothing for you.
Come on, then.
I got nothing for you. Sometimes he growls at me because he wants food. So we find out in this how X-23 is created. And this is Kenny. Kenny is the woman who figures out how to clone him by using a female embryo. And so she creates an embryo. But this man here dislikes Wolverine and dislikes her. So says, well, she ought to just carry the baby then. Until they finally make artificial wombs. You see that later. This artwork is very realistic. I love this artwork. I really enjoy it. And then they show how that man right there continues, I think his name's Zane, continues to torture X-23 because he hates her. Because he hates Wolverine. And so he just endlessly tortures this little girl. And then they train her to be a ninja, a fighter. And then they set her up to be triggered by a scent. So she kills everybody she's close to. And so this is her first assassination where she dresses up like she's handicapped. And then she kills the whole family. And Captain America starts looking for her. And so we go through the story about how Kenny, realizing what she's done to this child, helps her escape and sends her to her sister. And then they get trapped, and they had created a woman who she can't hurt. So she tracks her down to bring her back. And she has to learn how to survive and stay away from this woman. The fight scenes in this are really nice. And the story is really interesting. It's put together really well. But then what happens is there's the original story, and then they have more stories that they explain about how. So this one is about how Captain America wants to know more about her, like how she became X-23, and I like that story too because there's a weird, like Wolverine, this halfway thing. Punisher. It's some of the characters, they must be around these stories. Yeah, Bullseye's not in here, and neither is Punisher. And not in the Daredevil story, we're not really seeing any of his bad guys. It's all about the X-Men bad guys. So, and in this one, it's mostly about X-23 trying to become an adult and deal with the fact that she was an assassin who had no control. Because what it is it's funny because her cousin here, Megan, and she's all like, finds out, she's all like, did you drink the tea? And she's like, what? Did you drink the tea? No, I spilled it. What's wrong? Megan, what's going on? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. She's yelling because X-23 is coming after her. Says, come on, what are you? Was that Laura? And then, she's trying to kill him. We have to go. We have to get out of here. Oh god, Megan, what's happening? And she tries to rinse her mom off so that X-23 doesn't know. And here's this boat. They're like, and then she's like, she's here. They're coming for us. And then they talk about Kimura. Kimura's the one. It says, Kimura, this is the second time you mentioned her. Who exactly is Kimura? I met her for the first time 12 years old. 5 days after my claws were laced with adamantium. Get up. This is Kimura. I want you to kill her. Rice told me to kill her. But I couldn't. What's the matter with you? I said kill her. Now do it. Again. But she can't kill her ever. And says, pathetic. You disobeyed my order and failed your mission, X-23. Now you must be punished. Kimura, hi, sweetie. And then she beats her up. And so they use her as the torture device on this young girl. And he tells her, she will be your handler from now on. If you fail a mission or disobey orders again, you will answer to her. And so every time they force her to kill somebody, Kimura comes and punishes her. It's like here, hi Kay, hi X, did you miss me? So it's like Wolverine, but a little bit more grittier, I think. Because when Wolverine was created, it was kind of different. But this is a really great picture of Wolverine and X-23 fighting. Because it's right here, it's like, it doesn't have to go down like this. It says, will you knock it off? I'm just going to heal, just like, and then he doesn't heal, and he's like, okay, you don't want to listen, fine, then I'll make you listen. And then that's where they start fighting. Because he's trying to tell her that she has a choice in life. And then he's all like, the dirt stings, kid, but I ain't going to die from any infection. And he's like, you trying to annoy me? And then he's all like, the cuts, what the hell's wrong with you? The cuts, they won't close. And then he's like, clever girl, you're bleeding me out. And so they keep fighting. And then he's all like, ouch. Kid, I'm starting to think you got a beef with me. Shut up, it's over, for both of us. Why? We are weapons. We must be stopped. We must be destroyed. You want to kill me? Fine, do it. What? But I'm not going to let you kill yourself. And then he puts her hand up against, says, go ahead, do it. No, we both have to die. Maybe I do, but not you. You didn't choose this life. There was nothing you could have done to stop what happened. No, I have to die. It has to stop. Look at me, kid. Your mother sent me a copy of a letter written to you, so I'd know what happened, what they did to you, and that it wasn't your fault, none of it. My mother, they made me kill her too. I'm sorry, Laura. But then there's a whole kind of a philosophy thing that goes on, because everybody, the X-Men, even the X-Men use her like she was created. And so this conversation is constantly coming up about it, is that, where she has to learn to find walk that line to be able to understand herself. And she gets fooled with a demon who then pretends to be other people, to torture her. It's a good read. There's a couple of psychological things at the end that might be a bit of a downer. I think they're a little more depressing. But the idea is about trauma. How I think that sometimes we think somebody is too hard. Yes, the story of Hannah is very much like that. I love that story. But again, it's that we talk about the idea that trauma has to look one way, and trauma doesn't. Trauma can look all kinds of different ways. You can look like you enjoy what you're doing and still be very traumatized. But I would suggest that if you like X23, you like the idea of X23, I would, go buy this. It's very pricey. It's about $50. Or you could go and see if your library has a teen center. A lot of these are in the teen center. But it's kind of I like this one. I'd probably buy it. I have the first set. I'm going to see which ones they are. I have the complete volume. Number 1, I think it is. So collecting X23 2005 1 to 6. I have that one. And then it's X23 Target X 1 through 6. Captain Universe X23. X23 2010. One Shot and 1 through 3. And material from X-Men to Serve and Protect number 2. And that's what they put it all together to make one big. So there's a story that's just pulled out of the X-Men stuff. So, all right, and then next week I'll reread this one and we'll talk about that one. Which one of these 3 is my favorite? It would be X23. Just because I think that it's really well written, even though it's very depressing. This is a fun read, though, too, because it brings back a lot of characters that you might know if you've read the comic books in the past. But I would definitely read this one before I'd read this one. But you can read them all. They're all self-contained little stories on their own. So you don't have to read them all. But comic books are created so that they go in like groups, styles of stories. Alrighty. Let's do some Legos. Every time I got a new coloring book I want to show you. So, I don't know if we'll color in it, but I got a new coloring book I want to show you. If we have time. Alright, so this is Speed Champions. A Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Now, I have no interest in keeping this. So, if somebody would like it, you can... send me a private message with a mailing address, and I will send it to you. It might not right around Christmas. It'll probably be after the new year, because that'll be when it's done. And you can have it, because I don't need it. I just thought a car would be an interesting build. I don't have anybody that'd be interested in having the car. And Legos are not worth a lot of things a lot of times unless they're in their box. So... what do you think those are? They look like steering wheels. Interesting. Oh, they're caps. They're probably the caps to the... I don't know what that is either. That's the stand, I think it stands on. That would make sense. Here's number 1. Start with that one. This is a smaller build than my other builds are, so... But yeah, if you're a car collector thing and you want a Lego car, you just go ahead and tell me. Oh, look, we have a driver. Can be a female or a male driver. Oh, it is a female driver. Interesting. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, let's find the parts. Okay, tomorrow is Fantasy Friday, and it's Assassin's Creed or Far Cry. I don't know yet. We might just stick to Assassin's Creed and then do Far Cry. I don't know, because that's kind of a problem in the sense of the things. Since I've got all the Far Cry ones and I've only gotten through 3. And I haven't finished. I didn't finish 2. I didn't finish 3. So, and I haven't finished Primal. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with those. And then Saturday will be, there won't be anything with Ashenda yet. I don't think we're going to start until after the new year. I have to ask her. I haven't had a chance to ask her. Just leave her with no hair. There's her hair. How do we do this? It says it just goes on. Ah, there it is. Okay, there's her hair. Then we need her helmet. There's her helmet. And then there's another part of her helmet we have to put on. Here it is. It lifts up. And then it doesn't feel. I don't feel like this will go. Oh, you have to take her hair off. I see. Okay, we'll stick that there. If we put her helmet on, makes sense. Can't have hair and. Okay, there's her helmet. And then she gets the ever famous Lego wrench. I still haven't found her feet though. Yeah, honey?
Tomorrow, can I do dishes, but you do straws?
I do straws? Yeah, I can do the straws.
Yeah.
I'll do them in the morning, I guess. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, there's our driver. I'll post in Discord too if anybody's interested in the thing. Also, I promised I would start advertising this. So Johnny Crash, who's part of the Crash Craft Labs, he's a disabled streamer, someone I've known for a while, is looking for someone to help him out with editing. It would have to be free, but he's willing to negotiate some different ways that maybe the person could down the road get paid. But he's looking to do 2 to 4 videos a week. But he can't, he's having a hard time editing them on his own. So he just wanted, look, there's an extra ring. So he just wanted me to let people know. If anybody's interested, you can whisper me on Twitch, send me a message on YouTube. I have to make sure I go look at it. Or DM me in Discord. You could also find me on Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram. That's about it, because I got rid of my... Well, I haven't got rid of it, but I don't use my Facebook, and I don't use X. So... And you can email me. I can send you my email address. Okay, so we need 2 of the little black ones. I don't see black. I see gray, but no black. Is it black or gray? Maybe they're gray. 2 gray ones. Okay, these ones here. Then we're going to take this. I'm going to do it this way. And they go right here. If I can get them in there, they go right there. I have a sweater on today. I was cold earlier, so... Okay, so that goes there. This one here. And that goes in between this. Come on. Okay, so we need one of these. We need one of the one of those. One of these. This. And then another one of those. 2 ones. I don't see it. There you go. One of those. Okay, so we're gonna... we built these first. We go this way, and that one goes on here. Okay, and that goes right here. I mean, Saturday I might try to play some more Atomic Heart. Maybe we'll split it up again. We'll do Atomic Heart and Fallout on Saturday. Void Train on Sunday with Roger. And then Stardew Valley with my son on Sunday. And then we're back to Monday and we do a roll of the dice, or I just decide I'm playing Fallout and say screw it. As long as it's a sci-fi thing, that should be fine. I could do a Kill It With Fire. And next week I'll be streaming 2 extra streams. Again. There's one of those. I need this one. That one. And then, oh wait, no, I need one of those. And then 2 of these. Oh, there it is. That one. You barking over there? 'Cause you see me, huh? What you doing, Pepper? Hi. You're like purposely there where you can see me. What's up? Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Woo woo. I see you. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. I see you. Let's see if she can find me. Peekaboo! Peekaboo! She's hiding over there by her, in her cage. Hi! I should take a picture of you. Whoop whoop! Silly bird. Pepper's a silly bird. Georgia's a silly bird. They're all silly. Oh, I see. We have to put it together here first. Okay. Oh shit! One of them fell. I thought it was hooked in and wasn't hooked in. It wasn't pushed down. Oh, there we go. Remember, anybody that wants to donate a Lego kit can DM me and I'll put it together and send it back to you. It's gonna have a sticker on it, apparently.
Yeah.
This one. Okay, so we're gonna put this one on here. And then we're gonna take this and we're gonna put number 3 on there. Number 3. This one. Oh, that's not on there very well. Well, it's still not on there well, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then that goes where? Right there. That's Mustang on it. See, it says Mustang. Dark horse. That's what it says, but it won't click in there well. I hate when it won't stay. Some stay and some don't. Okay, then we need one of these and the steering wheel. Apparently there's a whole compartment that's just a steering wheel. Oh, yep, there it is. There. It turns too. Okay, so this goes here. And this one goes right here. I have to do something real quick. I forgot. Okay. Alright, so then we need, the next part is this one here, one of these, and this one, and we're gonna build it. That one. That's weird. Why not use the other one? And that's a number 6. Custom model, it says. I'm not getting any of them straight today. Oh well, life goes on. How that goes in. It goes like that. Oh, it does. I was like, I don't know how that would go in otherwise. And this one doesn't want to stay. I can't get it to stay. I've pushed it down and it's down, but it don't want to stay. It just keeps popping up. I hate when it does that. I might start earlier tomorrow too and have 2 streams. So 2 extra streams. I don't know, because I was going to work in my garage. I got those, gotta get a couple of journals ready for Saturday evening. So we can do... Okay, it says 4 of those. I don't see 4. I guess that's one. There's the other one. Okay, 4 of those, and then 2 of these. Okay, so... Okay. Is that one? I heard it snap. It should be in there now. Oh, I had 2 of those too. Where's that other one? There it is. Oh, that'd be right. Okay. So there's that one. But tomorrow's Friday, so Friday I'll do 2 extra streams. Or one really big stream, one of the 2. I'm not sure which way it's gonna go. But we'll do at least one where we do either Assassin's Creed or Void Train. Yeah, I'm enjoying Void Train. After I'm done playing with Roger, I might play it once by myself. I don't think I could do it by myself. He's right. It just seems like it would be a kind of a tough game to play all by yourself. I watched Furry do it, but I think Furry's a way better gamer than I am. I mean, my motto was if I can play it, anybody can play it. They might not want to, but these are weird. These are like little flowers. There are 2 of those and this. So this is going right here. And then these are going right there. Unless you guys want to see me start Tomb Raider, but I was really hoping to wait till I got something else done. Because Tomb Raider, I'll just eat through that. It's one of my favorite games, and I'll just play it. I think it would be a fantasy run one. Oh, you bastard. It's still... See, that one I can't get it to hook at all. Every time I tip things over, it falls out. I don't know what the deal is. It's supposed to go there. It just doesn't want to sit. It's just very wobbly. I just play a lot of games. My brain gets bored with game stuff, and so sometimes you just yearn for something that's really fun. I guess those are 2 of those. Okay, 2 of these. One of those.
Hi, Georgia.
This one. That one. This one. That one. And then this one. Okay, so we take this. And we're going to put that on top of it. And then we're going to go this one. Like that. Oh, there's 2 of those. Didn't notice that. One there. One there. And then there. It goes like this. There we go. Okay, and we have 2 of these. My chiropractor plays games too, and so he was asking me what I was playing. I said everything, and he started laughing. I said, no, literally, I play everything. So he's all like, oh, well. He wanted to know about Fallout and was asking me if I was. I guess the new show is on Amazon, so I guess I'll have to go out and watch that. Or watch that later. Season 2 is out. So. I haven't watched it yet, so. But then he didn't know about that they do in Las Vegas, they do Fallout New Vegas. So he was talking about a part of it. Oh, that goes right here, I see. Ah! Sorry, it bounced on me. Maybe that would be the easier way to put it on. Then put this on. Put this back on where it fell off. Where did it fall off? Right here. There we go. See, that makes the little seats. Headrests. 1, 2. On that one. How's it go? Oh, this one right here. Right there. So when I finish Fallout 76, yeah, you're enjoying it. That's good. I'm not gonna watch. I'll watch it tonight maybe. When I finish Fallout 76, if I ever finish it, we'll go back to Fallout 3 and play it. I'll get the remastered version of it and we'll play it. Unless the new Fallout comes out sometime after that. At the rate it takes me to finish games, I'll be like 70 probably. that one. Back keeps popping. But we'll be done with Fallout soon, and Fallout 4. Well, not soon, but we're closer to being done than not done. That's one of those. And then 2 of the weird black ones. Okay. Oh, so I have to put this on there. That's how that's going. Don't know if that's how it's going. I feel like that's not how it's going. It's very hard to tell which way it's supposed to go. I guess there's one that's going. I think they go like this. No, they go the other way. So they go like this. Nope, it's gotta be. I got these wrong. I can't get them off either. See, this is where they stick and you can't get them off. What's that one? Okay, so I think it goes that way. Because this has to go down. And then these go. I don't have one on there. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, this one goes this way. Right? Yep. So that one right there. Rin. My back's bothering me. Okay, so we need can't see with the light, so I gotta pull it up here. Need one of these, one of those, one of these, 2 of these. And this one. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to put this one on there first. And then we're going to go with this. Is this the wrong size? It's the only size I have, so I guess we're that way. We're doing this. I hope that's the right way. I hope that's the right way. Then we do this way. No, looks like it goes this way. And then we put the sticker on it. Which sticker is that? Oh, this one. Number 1. Ah, man, I can't get this sticker on right. And there it stayed. Crooked. I apologize to anybody. Okay, I'll fix it. I gotta get it up. I did better with the other stickers than I do with this one. Okay, that's it. I can't get the sticker to go right. I don't even know what that picture is. Weird. Okay. And then we put this on here. I don't know if that's a gas pedal or what. That goes. No, it's a door handle. So I can't even hide my shame. I can't even hide my shame now. Decide that I did this one. This one goes here. Goes on that one. It doesn't really have a... oh, I see why. Because you're supposed to be open it. Haha. Okay. That makes sense now. I'm thinking, that's not what are they doing there? I need these two. I need one of these. And one of those. That's the same side. Same way. There we go. And now we have to do the same thing here. I have to figure out which way it goes. Out. So this one goes here. And then this one goes here. Everybody getting ready for the holidays? We're gonna have a busy week next week. The first part of it. So I have to go get my, well, Monday I have to go get my son early, so, because we're gonna go do something in the morning on Tuesday. Okay, so that's done. Gotta make another one of the doors. We're gonna make another door here. That one, this one. That one. And then those two again. This one. This one. Okay. See, it's all coming up now. I don't know why I didn't put on one of those. It seems like that'd been a better way to do it. Yeah, I get to put another one of those stickers on. Stickers. Anybody gets this? I'm sorry that your door handles are crooked. Oh well. Oh well, I tried. And this one goes. This one doesn't want to open as well as the other one did. I put it in the right spot. There's that one that's still stuck though. It doesn't want to hold down, remember I told you? So that door does not want to swing open like the other one does. So it's fine, I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe they don't really string open, it's just me. I cannot get these to hold down. Now they want to all fall off. Okay. Roger said he had heard that the cars are hard to put together. So we'll see. So far it's not too hard, it's just they won't stay down. The things won't click in and stay down. They don't pop. Maybe after I put these on there, will. Doesn't really, it's not really supposed to open, I don't think. I don't think it's supposed to open. I think it just looks like they open. Okay. Lots of little pieces. Okay, so 2 of these. I got 1. There's the other one. And then 2 of these. Okay, so okay. Now we got this. I just need one of them, and then one of these that goes this way. Nope, this way. One of these. Okay, so this goes there. This one goes here. And this one goes... Did I do that wrong? This one goes here. That doesn't make sense. No. Yeah, it's supposed to go right there. Oh, there it goes. I was like, it's not going in, but now it's in there. See? It goes right there. Cool build? Yeah, I guess. If you like cars. If you like cars, it's a cool build. Okay, so one of these. One of those. Can't tell what that is. I hate the dark blue ones. They're hard to see in the thing to... Okay. And this one goes right here. And then we have number 5. Where does that go? Don't matter, I guess. Just as long as it gets on there. Ah! Doesn't want to stick. Okay, well, it's the best I can do for that. Where's it going? Like this, then I don't have that right, do I? Go like this. You bastard. None of these want to stick. Maybe that's the problem people have. They don't want to stick on there. Goes right there. Okay, and then we do this one, that one, and this one on the other side. So this one's not, it's not down there because these ones don't want to stay. They don't want to stay. I just need them to stay. Oh, nope, there it goes. Comes off. Oh, everything's come off again. Ah! What the fuck's one of those? It doesn't want to stay. I can't make it stay. Why can't I make it stay? Okay, so that's this one. That's one should be right in there. Right. Nope. I don't know what's going on here, but nothing wants to stay now. Is that not where it was? Yeah, it's where it was, but it's not clicking in there. This came off. Where'd that one come off from? I have a whole problem going on here because I don't know where this all came off of from. See, it shows it's hooked in there, but then they just pop right off. Trying to figure out where this came from. I don't know where this came from. So now we're in deep shit. See how loose they are right here? They won't. And I put a cover on them. They put a cover on them, but where the fuck did this come from? Oh, this is probably right here. Yeah, this is this one right here. Okay. Just stay there. What's this other one? Weird. It won't stay. It's loose. You can just feel how loose it is. This one stays, but this one is really wonky. See? Okay, I'm missing. We're building this part here, which was this, which, where is it at? Nope. This part. Okay, then that's going where? That goes right here. Okay, okay. We're not gonna rage. I jinxed myself, I guess. It's this whole part right here. It's just, now I don't know what came off. So, I think it's right here. I don't know why it's not sticking. This part right here will not go down, no matter what I do. It was sticking before, but now it won't. There's a gap right there. It's not supposed to be there. Okay. Okay, so that's done there again. Now my whole door fell apart. This has come off again. Yep. This whole section is toast. This goes here. Oh. I don't drink coffee now. Though at this point I feel like I should be drinking something. I don't know why these aren't sticking. They click. I hear them click. They go click. See? I clicked it in, but then it just pops off. And then when you want it to pop off, it doesn't. I don't know where this goes now. This is my door. I'm missing that part. Where'd it go? Right there. You jinxed me. I can't get him to click and stay. Okay. There's no adventure here because, well, I'm sorry to say. It's not good vibes going on here. Okay, let's want this way. Okay, that's in there now. This popped off, and I don't know if I had something else in here when it popped. I think it just goes right here. Nope. Oh, I don't know. See there, it's coming out again. It just comes right off. Okay, wait. So I'm missing a piece. I might have to take it all apart and put it back together. Because I don't know what I'm missing now. So we're going to have to go back and see. That's not. It's going to be right here. I don't know why it's having a problem. See, this is completely stuck together, and I can't get it unstuck now to figure out what's wrong with it. This goes right there. I don't know why it's having. Okay, there's that one. It's this one over here that's having a problem, and I don't know why. this one goes on this way. Yep, there goes that. Okay, then this goes on top of that. See, I'm not hearing a pop, but it looks like it. See right there? It looks like it's clocked in there well, but then it pops off when I'm pushing things around. Okay, so this was that. I was building, okay, they're both built on that side. Where does this one go? These two right here are completely off. I don't know where this one goes. Well, that goes over here. But then, where's the other one that's like that? Oh, it's right there. You just have to do something more relaxing, because this wasn't very relaxing. Nope. Why is that one? Oh, I guess that's this one. Came off. So which side does this go on? Oh, that goes right there. It's almost like they're warped. Okay. I think I got it back on. Now we're building this side. This was the problem. We're building this side and it's having a difficult moment. Okay, I did that. I got that part. Now I gotta go to that next side. See, it still is not in there. See how that, look at that. It just keeps popping out. Even though I've got it secured right here, it still just is popping. It's popping. It needs to stop popping. Okay. I don't know where this one goes. I don't know that it goes anywhere. Okay, so then we need one of these, one of those, one of these, and the other, this one. Right. Well, won't stay. Stay, please, stay. I need this one. Yeah, they look like they should be easy, but I'm guessing they're not very, this is not very easy. I can't get the stickers on straight either to save my life. Oh, that one's better. Okay. It doesn't want to stay, and I can't make it stay. Okay, hopefully when we get the rest of it on, that won't be a problem. Okay, so that's that. That's number one. That was a bit of hard. Can I use my vapor weed? No, I can't use vapor weed. I use gummies, but there's no relaxing my brain. I have to do meditation to relax my brain. But it's nice of you to think of me, Feely. I don't drink caffeine anymore. I have to use meditation to go to sleep because my brain won't stop thinking about shit. Okay, so we got a little bit of time. I'm thinking I'm gonna do some cuddle. I'm gonna show you some of my coloring things that I got, and we're gonna look through them for parrots. We will begin number 2 next week. I have to do something real quick here. Okay, so let's see. I need to put this where I will remember to look at it. Otherwise I'll forget to look at it. Okay, so I got this at the thrift store. Birds in the Rainforest, an artist coloring book. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't take anything because so we have parrots, which I don't think this one's mine, but we're gonna steal it. So we could assume that we could pretend that that's a parrot. There's some gnomes. My daughter likes gnomes. And angry birds. Those are angry birds. Oh look, they're cartoonish birds. The bear's fishing. This one has fish in it. There's the fairies with the parrots. It's kind of cute. I like that one. Bird on the nest. Oh, look at the two lovebirds. They're lovebirds. I just color it to color it. Lovebirds. This bird doesn't look too happy. That one's cute. Probably should have done more Legos because it's a very short stream otherwise. My back was bothering me though. This one's cute. It's another bear. I don't know where the bear and there's an owl. I don't know where the bear and the parrots are hanging out at. If it's a sloth, that would make more sense. But it is a fantasy angry bird look. Look at that owl and that owl. I should color those and cut them out. Put them in my owl thing. So maybe let's see. We'll keep going through, and otherwise I'll come back. They have another. Because they look like owls. I don't know if they're owls, but they look like owls. That one's kind of cute. Little owls would be good because I don't really have room for... These look like owls too. I like this one as well. We could do this one. These ones down here don't look like owls, but that one does. It would have been better if they were all the little ones that look like owls for me. That owl's funny. I like that one. I'm not sure about that bear though. Oh look, happily ever after. I like this one. We could do this one. Let's take this one out for the parrots, and we'll make it a gold and a look, they're hiding. We'll make it a gold and blue and gold and a scarlet. Though I do need some of the blue ones. Oh, peacocks. I'm going to do peacocks someday. We'll make these angry crows. I don't know why they're all eyeing each other like that. There's the little birds in here. And then the fish. But the fish look vicious, man. Look at them. They got big old teeth and angry eyes. It's a heron with babies. It's more angry birds. There's some owls. I like that owl. I might take that one out. And then I'll just cut it out and put it in my thing.
Good night, Pepper.
Right. Oh, it's a pig. There's another pig. Well, now it's Angry Birds because there's pigs in here. Is that what it says? No. I swear it's Angry Birds. These guys don't look happy. And these are little owls. That one's pretty funky. Goodbye, Pepper. Yeah. More parrots. That one's kind of cool. I guess you could do some couple of different ones there. Might do that one too. I don't know. Because I'll color them and I don't always use them, so. Bear again. Oh, somebody started that one. Look, it's a mermaid. I like how they did her tail. That's cute too. I mean, that might make a good centerpiece one. To make this glow in the dark. But I was going to do the rainforest, so I don't think so. So I'll do this one. Alright. Put that back. Let's do pins. Yeah, just do pins. I went through and did my pins out so I know what colors are what with my pins. I made swatches so I could figure out what colors were what. So if we do the blue and gold again, maybe that one. Yeah, that's pretty golden. Ooh, maybe I won't do. Maybe I'll do pencils. Hang on. Pencils and pins. I could do pencils and pins. Hey, and pastels. I have to get better with my pastels. Oh shit, that's right. I had all these. I had more pins I had to go through. I remembered. Oh, suck beans. I forgot about them. Okay. We could do pencils. I have chalk ones too. I could do. It was unplugged. I told you I need a new microphone. It's on my list. But yeah, so you take your image and then you just make more images. So there you go. Yeah, it's what it is if I hit my desk too hard or I knock into my microphone, it will stop working. I could knock it over here and it'll have problems. We need blue. Here's a blue. Here's a blue. I don't know if they're both the same blue, but they're different pencils, so. And their beaks are black too. Let's try this blue, see what happens. Oh, that's a darker blue. There you go. Then I got blues over here too. I have a hard time with these because they sound weird on my hands. They're nice and soft when you play with them, but, you know, they have a sound to them when they're like this. That just goes like, oh. And when they rub up against each other, it's kind of hard too. So, don't think this will show up. We'll try it. No. Where'd it go? Maybe this one will work. We'll see. I don't think so. But it's not a real macabre because, well, wrong colors, wrong style. And their tongues are black. They have black tongues. They have black tongues. Some are wood color pencils, some are dry, more greasy pastel. Yeah. I think it depends too on the price, Feely Boy. If you're buying, I buy a lot of kids art supplies because they're cheaper, and they're not built the same way as adults stuff. And parrots don't have double pupils. Not in the sense like, well, they don't have eye pupils like we have. They're white and black, and that's it. White and black. So, she would add the more white than this all black like that. It would be white. But I have a pin, I can maybe take care of that. Let's see. I have a different pin. Where'd my pin go? Not there. That's not my pin. Pins, where'd you go? Oh, they're behind me. Nope. Yeah, and then it would be black in that. Let's see if I got a. I have black pins. I just don't know where they're at. Like this one here, and then it would be more like this. Then that rounded. More like that. That's what she does a little more white around her, but it would be more like that. For practicing, it's just because of, I'm hard on my equipment, and because I just don't have money. I don't have money. I just refuse. I refuse to buy expensive stuff. I refuse to tell people, I mean, you can buy expensive stuff, it's fine. And you're right, if you want a better quality out of it, you're probably going to spend more money on it. Alright, we want more blue. It also depends on whether you're selling your artwork or not. Though I have to tell you, I have had color pencils from Crayola, and I made pictures for people, and they lasted well over. The color was brilliant. Once you sprayed them and took care of them, they lasted for, it seemed like forever. I haven't seen any of my pictures I gave my mom, so I can't tell you for sure, but I have pictures I've drawn that have lasted forever. The colors are still very bright and prominent. And even if I color these, I might not put them in a journal. As you have noticed, I'll color stuff up, and then when it comes to actually putting them in the journal, sometimes I just don't. So there we go. Kind of looks like a blue and gold. Okay, well, I mean, premium stuff, it's just premium stuff. But I was going to show you something else I was going to do real quick here. I'm going to put these up. We'll be back to these. We're going to take a piece of paper, a thin piece of paper. And what you want to do when you do buy yourself some art stuff, doesn't matter what it is, and Feely will say the same thing, you'll want to go through and make a color swatch. And what I tend to do is first I look to see if everything's still working. So like that. And this is a permanent marker, just a black permanent marker with 2 different sides to it, I think. No, this one's just got one. Okay. I'm not sure if this is green or not. Yep, green. So it's a green ballpoint pen. This is a felt pen, metallic green. I have a bunch of those. This is my other fine tips. I was wondering where these went. Okay. For writing. Those are different. Oh, got some more of these guys. I have a thing for those. And this is another permanent marker, I'm pretty sure. Looks like a black. Yep. Some blacks are better than other blacks. So what I had done is I went through my markers the other night and I wrote the color they actually are on the markers. See, because this one says light pink, purple, but it really comes off as a pink because it's a dark shade. But I have these pin things, color swatches. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of ways to do it, so I'm gonna do this side. These are my, I'll probably have to break them up though. So these are these ones here. So I'm gonna color this in. That's like a baby pink. A baby pink. We're gonna write with this one. Actually, I won't write with that one. We'll write with the green one. Baby pink. And then I'll get that white marker out I had. It actually looks like the color it is, so I don't think I really need to write on it. See, like, some of these don't look like what I thought they'd be, so I wrote on them, but we'll just go ahead and put baby pink and throw it back in there. And then we'll go to the next one. This is a different pen, so I want to write this up as a different pen. So I'm going to put over here, and I'm going to write this as, these are lei pen, made in Japan. Okay. No, I can't, that's a pink. And then I'll put fine tip. And then I'll write this. And I'll put light pink. Okay. Can barely see that. That is a light pink, man. Light pink. Here's another one of those other ones. I gotta write this up. So let's go over here. So these are STA metallic pens. STA metallic. So this is gold. I think it's a different kind of gold though. It's interesting they never give you the colors sometimes on these. So that's gold for sure. It's not a bright gold though, it's like a green gold. Then we have this one, which I don't know if we can see it. It's like a silver white. I have some more of those floating around places. I really like these. I don't know where they came from. Could be ones my daughter bought me. She buys me all kinds of cool shit. Silver. These are one of my... I got a bunch of these pins. I love these. These are ballpoint pins. The pen gear. They came in different colors. And I have like the blue and the green and whatever. But I like these too. They write really well. Let's put them over here. So like if I put this here and I put pen gear. And I could just put black. Like that. Yeah, I'll probably put that up here. I do have a brown like that. I don't know where it's at the moment, but I have one up here. Let's see, right here. So no, that's the black. I have a brown too, and a green and a blue. They came in a kit, a set that I found in the store, and I was like, oh, those are really cool. It's like these ones too. And this one I've had forever. This is not a pure gear. So like here. And it's just great for coloring. When you're doing writing, like. You want to do fancy writing. These are the ones I like to use. But yeah, so I gotta go through those colors. I got lots of colors I gotta go through. I got these. Somebody gave them to me. See? These have both different sides to them. Like, so this side, which is your heavy fat, and then this is your fatty, the wedge side. I'm not sure why people like to have so many wedge sides. Though these are considered calligraphy styles pins, because when you go to the side, it'll be bigger, but not felt tip. So but they don't blend well, so that doesn't, it's not something I would enjoy, because I would want more of a blend, and they don't really blend well, which I guess is okay. I mean, you see a little green there, but not a lot. Let's see what this one does. So I'm not very good with blending, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, see, it doesn't really blend well. So, but you know, when people give you things, you're like, okay, sure, I'll take them. So I got some more of these I gotta go through. But I wanted to put my pins down here where I sit so I could use them more. But I had bought these. I bought these ones here with the idea of that. But I don't think they're gonna end up working, so I don't know what I'm gonna use. Maybe I'll use them for something else. Because the curvature makes it hard. They were $1, so it's not like I spent a whole bunch on them, so I could figure out something to do with them. But maybe I'll do Legos with them, because they lay flat. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits now. I'll be back tomorrow. My back's really bothering me for going to see the back doctor. And the massage, this massage lady mostly just works on surface, like my skin and muscles sometimes, but it feels nice when she's doing it, but when I leave, it doesn't really, it's not a lasting effect, whereas the other lady is a little more deeper into the tissue, and so that's kind of nice. We're gonna probably go say, I don't know, maybe today we'll just do a video at the end, so we'll do something at the end here. Maybe Boo. You can watch me and Boo for a little bit. I'm going to be making some more, and I'm in the process of making some N1s. I'm hoping maybe next week I'll get to them. But I'll chat with you guys tomorrow. So have a great evening. Peace. Greetings, all. Shardvixen here with...
Oh boy!
And we're doing some Minecraft. We are getting ready still to build our...
It's about I got your iron. I got your iron. I saw it through
You
the
got
wall.
my iron? We're
I
trying
saw
to
it
build
through
our...
the wall.
Get ready to build our castle.
I
So...
saw it through the wall.
What are you giving me? Stop giving me things. You're just supposed to do your stuff. What is your job in the castle making? Do you remember? Do you remember what your job is?
I wanted to.
Did you steal my iron? You did.
I saw it through the wall. I
That's
saw
what you
it-
were saying.
Look, I saw it through the
Uh-huh.
wall. Look,
Dogs are barking.
I know. I don't.
Hey! Chargo! Chargo, come. Chargo, come.
Hey, there's a dead sheep.
Okay, what is your job? I gave you a job. Do you remember what your job was?
No.
Okay, your job is to decide, after I decide the boundaries, close the door behind you so the creatures don't come after us.
They're called mobs.
Yeah, so the mobs don't come after us, alright? So here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to build a cattle. Did you steal my food that I'm making?
No.
You did.
I didn't.
Oh.
I was trying to make.
You can keep the iron. That's fine.
I didn't make that. Oh no, I wanted that. I don't know what to get. I have to get some iron sword.
Okay, so here's the deal.
I think it's-
Listen. You are the rancher, the animal keeper, the stables. You need to build fences near here that will have cows and sheep in them so we can get wool, right?
Oh yeah, I can make a scene.
Pigs for food if you want.
I didn't make some pigs so we.
You need to not get in my way,
What
though.
door? Look, I never make. This is gonna be where cows are supposed to be.
Okay, milk. We can have milk.
Oh God, there's a creeper.
Yes, close the doors and stay away from the sides. We don't need them blowing us up.
I can kill this
You
creeper.
can go, no, you can go down and mine. If you're gonna kill the creeper, you need to go, there's a secret way out. Do you want to know where it's at?
Yeah.
Remember? Near your maze. Yep, no, go back. Turn around. There you go. You can go down there.
I never seen this.
No, not that way. There's another way. Go back up. There should be a door up there. Oh, we can make a back door.
Well, you said there's a secret door. Maybe it's a meal.
No, it takes you to the canyon that's behind the house, but it's not the secret area.
Where's the secret area? Entrance. I saw we had a secret.
This is just our work shed, dude. Our work shed. That's all this is.
Well,
So,
it should have a secret entrance.
well, then make one.
This is probably secret.
You can make a secret entrance into the.
Why am I Alex?
I don't know. You could make.
Wait.
Here we can go to sleep. You could make a secret entrance.
That's my
in-
bed. Wait, your characters mixed up on my screen.
Did you go to bed?
Look at the
The
character
bed
on
is
my
occupied.
screen.
You can't sleep on my bed. Get in your own bed. Okay, so here's the deal. Listen.
Yes, we
You
can.
could make a secret passage to the stable. What am I hearing? I don't know, we're hearing something.
There was a bunch of zombies outside, I think.
Well, I won't be there for long. I'm making a trip to the desert
The
to get
creepers,
sand.
by the way, the creepers don't burn. The creepers don't burn.
Oh, hey, did you hear me?
Yeah.
I trust that you will do what you're supposed to do and not cause problems, okay? I'm gonna go get sand.
Here I didn't make my secret passageway. It's
You
down.
can. Okay, look. So if you make right here, attached to this, make a stable right here, right? And then you can make a secret. Well, I would make it over here. Then you can make a secret entrance into.
What's damaging
thing.
me?
I don't know. Something. Turn around. Look.
Hunger!
Don't eat that. Yeah, that'll make you sick. Where am I at?
Okay, I didn't
To
make.
get sand.
This is
That's
gonna.
what I need.
This is gonna be where the cows are placed. I didn't make a sign. I didn't make a